like, comment, and subscribe for more content. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this edition of a Funko Popcast. I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
And in today's edition, we are going to talk about the London Toy Fair Funko Pop reveals that happened this past Monday. But before that, we are going to talk about some announcements that happened last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on the Funko pages for their social media accounts. So starting with that, we're going to kick off with one that we didn't get to talk about last week, but it was announced the same day we recorded last week's episode, which is an ad icon of Lil Sweet for Diet Dr. Pepper. Now, this is expected to start being released from February 1st to March 31st by texting Dr. Pepper to 21688, and unfortunately for us Canadians, it's only available for US residents only. Followed by a previews exclusive glow in the dark I Am Iron Man variant of Iron Man. Then, hopefully I can pronounce his name right, but I'm probably going to butcher it, is Make the Liar, which will be an EB Games / GameStop exclusive, which is available for pre-order now, but won't be available until early February 2020. And I forgot to mention that the Iron Man will be available as early as March 2020. Then we got ourselves a wave of Black Widow, which you might be thinking already, this was a London Toy Fair reveal, but at the same time, these were announced last Friday, so I'm counting it as a non-London Toy Fair reveal because it was already announced, which I don't know why they announced it for London Toy Fair reveals. Maybe it was a mistake at this point. So then we got, in this set, we have Black Widow in white suit, Natasha Romanoff, or Black Widow in street clothes, Yelena, Taskmaster with bow, Taskmaster with shield, Red Guardian. Then we have Walmart exclusive pops of Black Widow with gray suit and Taskmaster with claws. We have some NASCAR pops in which we have Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., Jimmy Johnson, and Bubba Wallace Jr., which those are expected to be released as early as March 2020. Then, actually, now as I realize, there is one more pop. Announced on January 20th, the same day as the London Toy Fair Funko Pop reveals, we have a Funko Shop exclusive Gold Diamond Collection Good Luck Troll, which obviously available on January 20th at 11 a.m. PST, 2 p.m. EST on the Funko Shop. So, this Lil Sweet Pop, a lot of people are kind of disappointed that you have to kind of text your way to get this and not like purchase it. But I heard, like, because you have to buy 3 20-ounce bottles of Dr. Pepper. That's smaller than the normal bottle, is it? Or is that the same size as your normal? Because we count ours in milliliters.
Yeah. I think a 20 ounce would be just like the stationary, like, not like the liter bottles, but like the 725 or whatever.
Okay, the 750.
Yeah.
Okay. Which realistically, if it's like, what, like $3, then you're only paying like $9 technically for the pop.
Yeah.
It's got some cool detail. I don't really know Lil Sweet all that much. He's even wearing like a necklace that has like the soda caps. Well, not the soda caps, but like the can things. You guys know what? Yeah, the tabs. Got the Diet Dr. Pepper, which people are hoping that there's going to be just a normal Dr. Pepper. Then we got here a pop that I didn't think was going to be ended up being made. We have ourselves the previews exclusive I Am Iron Man, which it looks like it's a Pop Deluxe, but it's actually a normal 3.75 inch, so it's going to be technically retail price, but when you go to like a EB Games or GameStop, it'll be like $5 more. The thing I really love about this, they basically lived up to the expectation. You got your battle scars, you got the bruises, you got the damaged suit, but they added the glow-in-the-dark feature, which is just the chest piece and the stones glowing up, and I just think this is such an amazing pop, and I can't believe Funko went above and beyond to impress the fans, and I'm super impressed, and this is just absolutely amazing, so thank you, Funko, for doing this. Make the Liar, I think his name is, from the Elder Scrolls. I forgot to mention that. It looks pretty cool. I like the eyes on it, and obviously the detail within like the fur and the outfit's pretty cool. The Black Widow pops, they're okay. I don't know why, but I'm not really the biggest fan of Taskmaster. Just because of the fact that, to me, besides like the bottom of his face, he kind of looks like a motocross rider.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, he kind of looks like he should be riding a dirt bike right now, which, I don't know, maybe he does in the movie. I do want to point out, and I feel like this is not coincidental and that Marvel did this on purposely. So, Red Guardian is played by David Harbour, in which David Harbour, if you don't know, plays Hopper in Stranger Things. Now, Red Guardian, so Natasha's family is Russian. The actual real
Oh.
name of like Red Guardian's character, he is a Russian named Alexei. I feel like it's not coincidental that they on purposely knew, hey, in Stranger Things, there's a Russian named Alexei. So we're gonna hire David Harbour and we're gonna make him a man named Alexei.
Well, sorry to debunk this a little bit, but recently, over the past couple weeks, actually, I've been noticing that there is a lot of Russian people named Alexei. Besides Ovechkin, almost every single Russian that I've talked to anybody about was named Alexei, and I was like, what is going on? Like, why are there so many? But it's a common name like John in America.
The NASCAR pops, they're alright. I mean, I think we've seen practically the best of NASCAR possibly with the first wave with like Dale Jr., Dale Sr., Jeff Gordon, basically everyone that practically everyone knows when it comes to NASCAR. The only one I know out of this set is Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only one that I know of.
And then the Good Luck Troll, that's a diamond collection and it's gold. I think my favorite part is just how they made the hair gold.
The troll is alright. I'm kind of surprised that there's already a diamond collection one, considering we haven't even seen the trolls like in stores in Canada yet. Like at least for us, have you seen one in person?
Well, not in Canada yet, but I know I seen his Hot Pops videos the States have gotten
Yeah, well that doesn't count. And then we got the NASCAR pops. I think it's a deserved wave, second wave, I should say, because I'm sure the first wave did well, and I think this wave will do all right. Especially in the States, there's a lot more fans of NASCAR, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Jimmy Johnson. If I find one of those, I'll probably pick it up from my coworker because I believe when the first wave came out, he was saying, "Oh, there's no Jimmy Johnson," and then he does have a couple of the NASCAR pops, I'm pretty sure. And then the Black Widow pops. These pops remind me of like I want to call them like Power Ranger pops. You know what I mean? Like they're just not the greatest. The Skyrim pop, that's really cool. When I only played a little bit of Skyrim, but when I played, I set my character as this species. So I
Mm.
think it's cool that there's a pop for that now. Then the I Am Iron Man. This is pretty sweet. I still haven't seen the movie, but I pretty much know
Yeah,
what
like
happens in the movie by this point.
9 months behind, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been 9 months now.
Oh, probably. Like this April will mark a year since the movie came out.
Wow.
So it's definitely around the 9 month mark.
Jeez Louise. But this pop is great, and I think the glow in the dark looks sweet from what we know so far. Paying the extra money at EB Games or whatever, I don't think is a problem because of how good this pop looks and how like important it is if you're a collector of Marvel pops or just Avengers in general. And then we have what's his name, Lil Sweet?
Lil Sweet, yeah.
Lil Sweet. This is sweet, no pun intended. I'm a huge fan of Dr. Pepper, as Dylan would be for Pepsi in general, where we kind of collect things like that. I think this is awesome. I really hope I can find one of these in the secondary market, and maybe hopefully there'll be a normal Dr. Pepper as well as just this diet one, because I would definitely buy both of them.
Alright, so now we're finally moving on to the London Toy Fair Funko Pop reveals, in which the first set of pops we're going to talk about is like really the most miscellaneous section of them all. We have sports, games, Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Marvel all in one here, which you'll see on your screen right now. I should mention, so that I don't keep on forgetting of doing this every time I mention about a certain set, some of these pops are going to be released as early as March 2020 up until as late as August 2020. So just to let you know, between March and August of this year is when all of these pops that I'm going to talk about for London Toy Fair will be released by. So starting off, we got some European Football League pops. We got, hopefully I don't butcher these names, N'Golo Kanye, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Christian Pulisic, and those are from Chelsea Football Club. Sadio Mane from Liverpool. Presnel Kimpembe from Paris. And we got Bernardo Silva and Ederson from Manchester City. Followed by Cyberpunk 2077, which I had made a prediction on if you watched the top 5 predictions video for London Toy Fair. This set we have V-Male, Johnny Silverhand, V-Female, a glow-in-the-dark V-Mail that will be exclusive to EB Games/GameStop, and another variant of Johnny Silverhand with 2 guns, which if you didn't know, Johnny Silverhand, if you can tell by the pop obviously, is played by Keanu Reeves in the video game. Then we got Harry Potter, which we have Harry Potter with 2 wands, which will be a Barnes & Noble exclusive. Harry Potter in Invisibility Cloak, which will be a Funko Shop exclusive. Then we got common pops of Dumbledore with Baby Harry, Harry Potter in Invisible Cloak, or with Invisible Cloak, sorry. Neville with Monster Book, Hermione with Feather, Ron puking slugs with Bucket, Draco Malfoy with Whip Spider. Then we have 10-inch variants of Lord Voldemort with Nagini, and a 10-inch variant of Dumbledore with Fox. Then we got Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Pops, in which this set we have Han Solo in Carbonite, Darth Vader in the Meditation Chamber Pop Deluxe, Luke Skywalker with the Tauntaun Pop Deluxe, Han Solo and Princess Leia 2-pack, Princess Leia in her Bespin attire, and training Luke Skywalker with Yoda on his back. Then last but not least, we got X-Men Classic Pops, which we have 2 variants of Rogue, a common one with a fighting stance, and a Hot Topic exclusive variant of her flying. Then we have 2 variants of Gambit with cards, which one is a normal variant and the other is a glow-in-the-dark Entertainment Earth exclusive. Soccer Pops, just like I said, if you have seen already the cop-up or pass-up video, they are like all other Soccer Pops. They are the same pose, whether it's the goalie with the ball to his side and then the arm to the other side, and then the players are just standing there with their arms to the side with their foot on the ball. There's nothing really going on with the Soccer Pops or football Pops. Cyberpunk 2077, I feel like this set is okay, but if people were going to buy the whole set, it's because of the 2 characters that are played by Keanu Reeves, in my opinion. Those are the 2 most interesting ones, in my opinion. I don't know what's going to glow in the dark in the V-Mail. I hope it's not whatever that little, like, he's got something in his hand and there's, like, this little yellow, like, circle. I hope that's not what glows in the dark.
I think it's going to be his face, like where those lines are on his face.
Yeah, hopefully that's what's going to glow in the dark. Then the Harry Potter Pops. So when I seen the rumors of these, like, a few months ago, the one thing I was worried about, and it ended up happening, is that they didn't make the invisibility cloak translucent. They didn't make the pop partly translucent, because you just have the invisibility cloak and you can see it. Unless somehow, without even knowing, like, part of the back is translucent. I just wish they could have just, like, kind of folded it all around him, and maybe you can get a body sculpt of his body with the invisibility cloak, and that's translucent, and then the only thing that's painted really is his head. I would have been fine with that. That's what I was hoping. And then him holding the cloak, that's fine the way it is, because it's not on him. But the Funko Shop exclusive, I'm a little disappointed on for that fact. I wish they put a little bit more detail on the Ron puking, because, like, cool, they actually made, like, his face more paler than others to make him look sick, but I wish there was, like, a slug coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
For that sake. You got some slugs in the bucket, but it would have been awesome if you added a mouth and there were some slugs coming out of his mouth for that fact. The best pops of this set, in my opinion, are both of the 10-inch pops, because not only is it a 10-inch because you can bring out more detail than you would in a 4-inch pop, you got a 2-for-1 deal on both of these. So Voldemort's got Nagini the Snake, and the Snake already has a lot of detail from what I'm seeing right now. And then you got Dumbledore, who comes with Fox, which is already probably one of the most popular pops from the Harry Potter lineup last year in 2019.
But is it flocked?
Probably not, but you're going to get your money's worth with these 2 10-inch Funko Pops.
Yeah, definitely. These are sweet.
Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary. I'm going to say here and there, my favorite set they announced during London Toy Fair, in my opinion. Everything about this set is just awesome. There is, like, a couple flaws, but it's not much. The Han Solo and Carbonite, a lot of people are excited that finally it's a standalone pop instead of buying these Smuggler's Bounty movie moments that comes with Boba Fett. The Darth Vader in Meditation Chamber is my favorite one out of this set. I just love the way it looks and how you got, like, the helmet rising above and it's going to go right on Darth Vader's face and you can see him unmasked and kind of, like, partially burnt. Luke Skywalker on Tauntaun, awesome. It's cool because they did the Han Solo on Tauntaun already, which I think was also a Smuggler's Bounty, if I'm not mistaken. I love how they did the 2-pack for Han Solo and Leia, because it's the exact scene before he goes into Carbonite. The Bespin Leia is okay. And then the training Luke with Yoda is absolutely awesome. The one thing I do like about both the Tauntaun Pop Deluxe and the training Luke Skywalker is that they incorporated the base with the scene. So with the Tauntaun, they use the base as if it's snow. With the training scene, they use the base like it's grass and a ground, and even the Star Wars logo is in green, so it's like a patch of grass.
Yeah.
And some of my gripes about this is that I don't like how Han Solo and Carbonite has a stand. I feel like it didn't need a stand. It could have just stand on its own. And a lot of people pointed this out, and I realized, is that Han Solo's pants in the 2-pack shouldn't be blue like that.
Yeah.
It should be black with the yellow stripe going down the side. But other than that, this set is awesome. Then the X-Men pops, they were okay. I did view a photo of what the Entertainment Earth exclusive Gambit looks like, glow in the dark. It's pretty cool. And the other ones, like I just said, they're alright. Nothing too special in my opinion.
Yeah, I really want that Entertainment Earth exclusive
Gambit.
I love Gambit. He's always been like my favorite X-Men character, like even over like Wolverine. He's sweet, so I'm gonna try and pick that up. And then yeah, the Star Wars set, it's great. I love the Han and the Carbonite. Looks cool. That'll be one of those pops that I probably take out of the box. The Darth Vader's pretty sweet. I'd like to see it in person though to see how good it actually looks. Luke with the Tauntaun is very cool. I will probably end up buying this one, and this will probably be another one of those pops that I take out of the box unless it looks good in the box. It would be cool if we could see a Tauntaun ripped open and you could have like Luke's head like poking out of the stomach. The 2-pack is really cool. This is obviously the scene, like you said, before he goes into the Carbonite where Leia says that she loves Han Solo, and then Han's last words are, "I know," and then down into the Carbonite. This is one of like my favorite scenes in Star Wars. Then we got Leia. That's an alright pop. I feel like it could have been replaced though by something cool. Like a lot of Star Wars fans, their favorite movie is The Empire Strikes Back. So unless we're seeing more of these pops for this anniversary, then I think that might have been not the greatest selection for a pop. Then the Luke is really cool. Then with the Harry Potter ones, I'm gonna start off with the 10 inches. These are great. I can't wait to see the detail in them. I've actually never been so excited for a 10-inch pop besides this Voldemort. I think this is going to look so cool, and I hope I can get it. I hope it's not like a Target exclusive, which...
No, it'd probably state that it is. I think it's a common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
Like
cool.
both of those 10 inches will be commons.
Yeah, alright, well that's sweet. Then the rest of the Harry Potter pops, this is actually a pretty decent line of Harry Potter pops. I really like the Neville. I think that's a cool one. I think the Harrys look good, and it's just overall a very good set. Then the Cyberpunk, like DK had said, the Keanu Reeves based pops are definitely the better ones out of the set. But who knows how that glow in the dark looks on the GameStop exclusive, so maybe he will, no pun intended, shine the brightest and maybe be a better pop than the Keanu Reeves. Who knows? There's not much to say about the football/soccer pops besides let's see a soccer deluxe pop where you have a goalie inside of a net and you have a player kicking a ball.
Yeah, something
That's the
refreshing.
Yeah, that's like the only thing we need left for
Like,
soccer pops.
basketball already did something refreshing. Come on, soccer. Come on, NHL. Alright, so moving on, we're going to talk about the DC section of things. Starting off first, which this one I'm super excited about. The first one is a 10-inch variant of the Heath Ledger Joker from the Dark Knight trilogy. Then we got a Hot Topic exclusive Harley Quinn in dress. We have a Deathstroke pop. Then we have Batman villain pops, which once again a prediction I did. So starting off with Batman and Robin, we have Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. From Batman Returns, we have the Penguin and Catwoman. From Batman Forever, we have Two-Face and the Riddler. And from the 1989 Batman movie, we have the Joker with hat, plus a half-painted Chase with him in the chef hat. This Joker is awesome. There was already so much detail when it came to the 4-inch pop, which I described in Wednesday's video. And I can't wait to see how this turns out in 10-inch form and what they can do with the detail, especially with the card in his hand. Harley Quinn with dress, which I'm not really the biggest fan of this. I feel like when I first looked at this, it was like you slapped a Harley Quinn head on like a Betty Boop body. That's what I got out of this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not really so interested in that. Deathstroke, overall, just looking at him, it's alright, but obviously it's a pass up. Then the Batman villain pops. I freaking love Mr. Freeze. At one point, I was going to buy the animated series Mr. Freeze, but I said to myself, I'm not going to buy a Mr. Freeze until they make the Arnold Schwarzenegger Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze. And now finally we're here in 2020 and they are going to make a Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze, which it looks great in the glam shot. And then the Poison Ivy looks really cool too. I know you like that pop. Penguin and Catwoman. These pops turned out very well because I seen the photos that were taken at London Toy Fair. These are very cool. The Two-Face looks absolutely phenomenal, the way they executed it. And the Riddler is just absolutely awesome too. This is the Jim Carrey Riddler, and it's very great. Then we got the Joker pops, which I feel like I wouldn't really care much about the chase, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to want to go and get the chase, but personally, in my opinion, I wouldn't care about getting the chase.
Yeah, these DC pops are pretty cool. The 10-inch Heath Ledger Joker is pretty cool. It does look really good. This Harley Quinn, what is it called? Harley Quinn in dress?
That's what
Or
I'm calling it. I don't know if there's a specific name for it.
I would say like in like nightgown maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
The one thing is when this first got announced, it kind of looks like a dude's body. Like when you think of like girl pops, usually like the legs are very skinny and they like triangle in a bit, right? This is kind of like thick. Uh, so and then the Deathstroke, yeah, I kind of thought it was weird that he was like sideways in this photo. So then we got the Batman and Robin pops. I'm getting both of these. The Arnold Schwarzenegger looks really good, but I really love the Poison Ivy. Her scenes in Batman for or Batman and Robin, not Batman Forever, are like probably my favorite in maybe any DC movie. And then the Batman Returns ones, we got the Penguin and Catwoman. These are great as well. I want to see their glam shots because I want to know if the Catwoman is kind of a little bit shiny. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, there are some photos of like Penguin and Catwoman that people have taken at London. But I
okay,
don't know
yeah.
if it's like the for sure product or it's just like more of the process that comes after the prototype but before the actual model that's going to be put in the boxes.
Yeah. I would like to see the Catwoman be a little bit glossier than like less of a matte finish because obviously she's wearing like the leather latex or whatever outfit. And then the Riddler and Two-Face look awesome, and so does Joker. And I really like the chase of the Joker as well. Hopefully, I could find one of those without it being super expensive for me. But I will be getting both Batman and Robin pops, both Batman Return pops, both Batman Forever pops, and hopefully this Joker and the chase. I love these pops.
So now moving on, we're going to do the movies pops, in which there's going to be movies and I guess Disney movies. So I guess overall movies. Starting off first, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We got ourselves here Spiky, Shorty, and Jumbo, followed by from American Psycho. We got Patrick with Suit. That'll be a Hot Topic exclusive. Then we have Patrick Bateman with Axe with a 1 in 6 chase that has a blood smear, which now I'll mention. Originally, they had stated, and you'll see it on Instagram, that the one with the axe was originally going to be a Hot Topic exclusive. And then I remember I seen on like Pop in a Box website where they actually showed it. I'm like, wait, a Hot Topic exclusive on popinabox.ca? And it ended up they screwed up in that the one with the knife now is a Hot Topic exclusive, and that the axe one is the common with the chase. Then we got the movie The Craft, which this set we have Nancy, Sarah, Bonnie, and Rochelle. Then the movie Hobbs and Shaw. We got Shaw, Hobbs, Hattie, and Brixton with orange eyes. The SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run. We got SpongeBob with Gary, Patrick Star, and Squidward Tentacles all wearing camping attires. The upcoming movie of Disney Pixar Onwards. We have Ian Lightfoot, Barley Lightfoot, Manticore, Wilden Lightfoot, Warrior Barley, which will be an Amazon exclusive, and we got Unicorn with a blue glitter chase that will be a Hot Topic exclusive. Then Disney's The Great Mouse Detective, we have Basil, Radigan, and Olivia. Then last but not least, and I know MD is going to be talking about this in a little bit, is Adventures of the Gummy Bears. We got Tummy, Zummy, Gruffy, Cubby, and Sunny. The Killer Clowns from Outer Space pops, those are really detailed pops. Like, crazy amount of detail. The American Psycho ones are alright. I've seen the photos taken at London Toy Fair already of these pops, and originally I look at the chase and think it's pointless because he's got a blood splatter, but then it's like, how did he get the blood splatter? It clearly wasn't from the axe because the axe isn't bloody. And
Fair
then
enough.
the photos were released, and there was a little disappointment because they did add a little bit more blood. The blood's on the axe, and it's on the attire, but the attire is not translucent like that.
Really?
It's white, which
Ugh.
really disappoints me because that would have been a cool pop. And now it's like, is it even worth getting that? Ugh. Then the craft, like I said in Wednesday's video, I had never heard of this movie until they announced it. Hobbs and Shaw. Shaw, I can see that looking like Jason Statham slash Cesaro.
Yeah.
But Hobbs, in my opinion, this does not scream out Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No,
Like,
definitely not.
when I looked at this at first, I didn't even think that was Hobbs because it looks nothing like Dwayne The Rock Johnson at all, and it's very disappointing. And the only good one, in my opinion, really is possibly Shaw or Hattie because Hattie looks cool. Brixton, to me, when I look at the concept art, it looks like they slapped on a concept art of this character, and then for the orange eyes, it looks like as a joke they took a picture of a concept art and put like orange Skittles on
That's what I
top
was
of it.
thinking, yeah.
The SpongeBob movie, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to cop out for this. I'm kind of disappointed that they have an opportunity once again to have a SpongeBob with Gary. They could have had the chance to replace the eyes like they should have with the original like Pop Town one. And nope, they put the black eyes on it. It looks cursed and scary. Originally, I would have said that the best looking pop of this set was Squidward. However, photos once again shown at London Toy Fair, Squidward's eyes are white. They aren't the eyes that you see right now. They are completely white, and they look like the eyes have been sucked out of the sockets and they're just like dangling out,
Oh, yeah.
which looks weird as hell. So now I think the best looking pop, because it ended up looking the same, is Patrick Star. He looks all happy in the way that Patrick should be. He's got his net. It's awesome. Then Onward, they're a okay set. I don't like how the chase is just basically a different color horn and that it's glitter. I think realistically they should have made it like flocked maybe or something significantly different.
Yeah, that's kind of a cheap
And
chase.
I think it's Wilden Lightfoot. I literally looked at this and automatically started singing "Moving Like Bernie" because it looks like it's like a
He's
Bernie
dead,
pop.
yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like they would be holding him throughout the movie and just singing like "Moving like Wilden, moving like Wilden." And it's the weekend, you're moving like Wilden. But The Great Mouse Detective, I know it's an older Disney movie. A lot of people are hyped for this. I didn't really know about The Great Mouse Detective all that much, so I wasn't so hyped, but especially Radigan. Radigan's got a lot of detail with his attire. Then The Adventures of Gummy Bears. Once again, I can't really state my opinion all that much on these because these are concept arts and not full on glam shots or the actual pictures of the pops themselves. But these look cool from what I'm looking at currently.
I love these pops. I think they're great. Just started rewatching Gummy Bears on Disney Plus after seeing the announcement for these, and it's such a cool show. I was showing my one coworker the pictures for this announcement, and well, picture I guess. And he was saying like it's kind of weird that a couple of them have like the clear stands, right? But then as I was watching the show, it makes so much sense because if you look at I think his name's Tubby.
It says Tummy.
Tummy? Oh, okay.
It
Yeah.
says Tummy on my. I
Yeah,
could be wrong.
I
But
believe that's what it is actually. He has this vial of their liquid. I forget what they call it. They call it the gummy juice or something similar to that. And they drink it, and then it gives them the ability to bounce. So that's basically how they're bouncing. And then if you look at the third pop there, he's kind of like just hitting the ground, I guess, is how they're representing that. So I think these look great. Hopefully they turn out really good. I couldn't see them turning out bad, though. The Great Mouse Detective Pops, these are super cool. I really like Basil. The Onward Pops are alright. I think I'm gonna have to watch this movie because it's kind of interesting. Like just by looking at these character designs, I really like this third guy here. What was his name again?
Manticore.
Manticore. It's neat to see because he's kind of like a lion, but then he's also got wings. If you look at his back, and he's got like this weird like scorpion tail. It kind of looks like. So I'm interested in this movie a little bit actually, and of course that chase isn't the greatest. Then we got the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run Pops. At first, when I saw these, I was like, ooh, what is going on here? Like, these are ugly. But then they're kind of starting to grow on me, of course. They're not your original looking characters from SpongeBob. They're in their camping gear, right? So, Squidward with the glasses is just so weird. Hobbs and Shaw Pops, They're alright. It's nothing that we really haven't seen before for Fast and the Furious type pops, right? So, The Craft, I have no clue what this movie is, but looks like they're all in like sorority outfits or like their
Yeah, all I know is that it's a
college
horror movie.
uniforms.
That's it.
Is it a horror movie?
Yeah.
Okay, weird. And then American Psycho, I don't have much to say about these because of what DK's already said, but what a shame. Then the Killer Clowns from Space, I think these are cool. I know that a few of my coworkers were kind of pumped for these when I was showing pictures around to some coworkers, and yeah, such great detail. They're almost scary how good of detail they are on them. Like, especially that first one. Ugh, Spiky, I think he called him,
Yeah.
and Shorty, I think he
Yeah,
said was the
Shorty,
next
and
one.
then the bottom is Jumbo.
Jumbo, yeah. These are great. These look really good. I'm excited to see these in stores.
Now we're moving on to the television lineup of reveals, in which kicking off is a licensor that a lot of people thought got canceled, but I guess not. We have Masters of the Universe. So starting off, we have Web Store on the bottom left, and on top of that is a metallic Hot Topic exclusive variant of that pop, followed by Mosquito and a 10-inch variant of Skeletor. Other pops of He-Man, Prince Adam, Sorceress, Cyclone, Tongue Lasher, and a He-Man on Battle Cat Pop Rides. Then we got Nickelodeon The Legend of Korra, which we have Korra, a Hot Topic exclusive glow in the dark chase question mark variant, which I'll get to that in a bit of why I think is a little weird in my opinion. Followed by there's Mako, Asami Sato, and Amon. Hopefully I'm pronouncing some of those names right. Then we got Wallace and Gromit. We have Wallace, Gromit, and Shaun the Sheep. Followed by Dinosaurs, which we have ourselves Earl Sinclair, Fran Sinclair, Robbie Sinclair, Baby Sinclair, and Charlene Sinclair. Star Trek Discovery, which we have Michael Burnham and Saru. From Murder She Wrote, it's Jessica with trenchcoat and flashlight. The Creep Show, we have the already previously announced The Creep, Genie, and Scarecrow. Then last but not least, the TV series of Fantasy Island of Mr. Rourke and Tattoo. Masters of the Universe. This set is very good and very colorful detailed
Oh yeah.
pops. I love especially on the second set, including the Battle Cat, and you got like Tongue Lasher, all these variants of colors that are just awesome and they're just so vibrant, and it will go well with the boxes that they usually come in for the Masters of the Universe. I personally like the 10-inch Skeletor the best, in my opinion, just because Skeletor has already a bit of detail, and just like I said about even the Harry Potter pops and the Joker pops that are coming out in 10-inch form, the details are just going to bring it out even more in 10-inch form. He-Man on Battle Cat is pretty cool. I mean, I think they already have a different He-Man on Battle Cat, but this is a different one, or it's on... I know they made a pop ride, I'm pretty sure, of He-Man on something, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, those are cool. Then the Legend of Korra, so back to this Hot Topic exclusive. So originally what I thought was happening was that there was going to be this common Korra, and then there's going to be a Hot Topic exclusive Korra, but then a chase to go along with it. But now it looks like even on the Funko app that there's this common Korra, but its glow in the dark chase will only be available at Hot Topic because they only have this one listed on the app.
So the only store that will be getting a chase is Hot Topic. So let's say they get 6 of them in, they're getting one chase.
Yeah.
Bologna. I don't like that.
But I don't know. Like, it just seems weird. I don't know. Because, like, originally they had two listed. Like, it was, like, Hot Topic exclusive and then Glow in the Dark Hot Topic exclusive chase. And then they removed the original one and they just put the Glow in the Dark chase, which I'll just have to wait and see when this comes out in store just to see, like, exactly if it's Hot Topic exclusive and then there's a chase with it, or it's a chase of the common and you can only get it at Hot Topic. Wallace and Gromit. This set is great. Fantastic. I love every bit of this set, especially because this series, if you don't know, is a claymation series, which putting it into pop form basically makes it like the perfect pop. Wallace is absolutely amazing the way it is. Gromit is awesome, and the fact they even added Shaun the Sheep, like I feel like if they didn't add Shaun the Sheep, it wouldn't be as exciting as it would be with just Gromit and
Yeah.
Wallace, but just these three are going to be awesome. I know Rye the Pop Guy already mentioned on one of his YouTube videos that he plans on having an army of sheeps, and he's going to buy like 8 of them or something. Dinosaurs. I don't really know a whole lot about dinosaurs. I know there was like a nice meme going around involving Baby Sinclair, and I actually recently, a lot of people, wow, There's so many comments on social media on dinosaurs, and especially the most commented saying was, not the mama. Not the mama. And I'm kind of wondering, because I don't really know about it. I go to search it up. Holy crap. That scene is hilarious.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's for those that don't know, Earl, the dad, is trying to teach baby Sinclair to say dada. But then baby Sinclair is saying, not the mama. He just keeps saying mama. So at some point, he does get baby Sinclair to say dada. So it's like, dada. Dad, he says about 3 times, and then he turns around just like with this funny look and says, not the mama.
Yeah.
I died of laughing. Like, just that scene alone, I actually want to see this series. This is what I love about Funko, when you don't know about a series, but if the pops interest you enough, you could eventually watch the show.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, it's great. That's exactly what's going on with the gummy bears. Of course, I know what it was, but I never really saw it until these pops came out.
But yeah, so these pops are basically as detailed as the show itself, especially Robbie. I watched a compilation video after I watched the not the mama scene of people saying not the mama. Like there's one of Robbie saying not the mama, and baby Sinclair looks awesome. This whole set's awesome, and it's going to be a huge seller in 2020. I'm already predicting it. And who knows? These could be potential candidates for a top 50 list for 2020. Then the Star Trek Discovery pops. So we go now from like an awesome set to like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of these. Also because it's Star Trek, so I'm not really interested in that. And
Yeah, they're kind of mediocre for sure.
Murder She Wrote. This one's alright too. I mean, the detail in the hair is good. The Creep Show. These are really detailed, but I never like to comment on how detailed they are when they're concept art, because there are times where it's like, oh, they look cool when it's like concept or glam, but then they end up being horrible when it's actually in
Yeah.
stores and stuff. So it's like, oh man. Then Fantasy Island, which this is the television series Fantasy Island, because I know people are probably thinking there's a 2020 movie coming
Yeah.
out, but this is from the late 70s, early 80s TV series, which these are okay. Once again, human pop, so not too detailed. Like the suits are cool, and like I don't know if that's a Caesar or whatever in his hand, in Mr. Rourke's hand.
Yeah.
That's what I should say. And
I actually kind of like these pops. I've never seen the show, but they are very accurate to the show. They're kind of funny and they're quirky, I guess is a good word for them. And then we have the Creep Show pops. These, like you said, hopefully they turn out good. I think that these will look very good. I'm excited to see like what this. You said his is just called Genie.
yeah,
I'm excited to see how that one turns out the most. I think because it looks pretty cool. Hopefully the smoke looks good and doesn't just like look dumb. Murder She Wrote, I think this is going to be a very well selling pop. It looks good, so that's cool. And then, yeah, the Star Trek, these are the worst ones out of these sets of pops here. Like you, I'm not a huge fan of Star Trek. And these are characters, I guess, that, like, when you think of Star Trek, you don't think of these guys, of course, because this is, like, newer, but I think they could have been better, possibly. Then we have dinosaurs. Now, when they were rumored, it was like a picture of, like, GameStop's, like, pre order or something like that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the second I heard about these, I instantly thought of what they'd look like in pop form, and the actual glam shots here nailed it. They look just like how I thought they would look. Now I know most people's favorite is going to be Baby Sinclair, but I think that Earl Sinclair is just so amazing. His mouth looks just like his mouth in the show. He's even got like his hand positioning is so perfect. I think that's the best one in the set. But this whole set is great. I'm so pumped to get these. Wallace and Gromit, also amazing. I'm getting all three of these. London Toy Fair is literally breaking the bank. Like, there's so many pops out here that I feel like I need to get. And I never would have even thought of Wallace and Gromit as pops. Then The Legend of Korra. This is a cool set of pops. I like these. Of course, it's weird having that glow chase at Hot Topic. I feel like that'll make the price of the chase there fluctuate, where it'll be kind of more expensive because obviously if you can only get a chase at one store rather than a bunch of different retailers.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe they'll be getting a lot of those pops, like each store will get like 3 or 4 cases worth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like each store will get like 4 chases or so.
Yeah.
So you never know. And then the Masters of the Universe pops, these look great. I'm pretty sure the Bearded Pop Hunter has a complete set of He-Man pops.
Yeah, I think so.
That it took him a while to finally finish his set. So I'm sure he's probably pumped that there's more He-Man pops that he can collect now because it's been a while. A little bit of stained.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Surprisingly, I didn't think this would take us this quick to get to the last section of pops for London Toy Fair, which is the rock section, which, by the way, Funko, You made it very hard for me to post every 5 minutes on Instagram with all these pop rocks. And I didn't think there's going to be this many. I didn't even think there's going to be any pop rocks being announced.
Yeah, dude, I was at work and like I checked the Funko app and I seen the Fantasy Island and the James Brown.
Aerosmith never made it to Instagram,
Yeah,
which is weird.
no,
But
yeah,
it made it to Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah. So then I refreshed and then I saw some of the other ones. I was looking at the times when they were posted. I go, okay, it was posted 4 minutes ago. So in 11 minutes, I'll refresh the page. And like, this is just like when I have free time at work, like in the next 10 minutes, I'll go and refresh the page. And then boom, there's 2 more announcements. And I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, by the time I finish one announcement, like 2 more are made and I gotta catch up. I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like typing and I feel like my fingers are gonna bleed or something. But anyway, so the pop rock set. So starting off with James Brown. Then we got Joe Perry and Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, Rivers Cuomo of Weezer, Salt and Peppa, Papa No from Ghost, and this will be a Hot Topic exclusive, Lil Wayne, Willie Nelson, Lemmy, and a metallic war pig from Motorhead. From Slayer, it's Jeff Hanneman, John Araya, and Kerry King. ZZ Top, which we got Billy Gibbons, Frank Beard, and Dusty Hill, in which the Funko app states that Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill's beards will be flocked.
Oh, so good. So good.
Shania Twain, Eazy-E, and last but not least, probably my favorite announcement from the pop rock set, Slipknot, which we have Corey Taylor, Craig Jones, and Sid Wilson. James Brown, this is awesome. This basically looks like James Brown. With someone like James Brown coming out, I'm kind of hoping in the future with like kind of these older musicians that I see like a Chuck Berry
Yeah.
or even actually I'll mention about the one I'm thinking of later on because he kind of looks like him, which I think you know where I'm going with this. Aerosmith, because it's a concept art, I'm not gonna like trash on it too much because maybe they'll improve it for when it actually gets released. But I am not impressed with the Steven Tyler at all. Like I feel like
his mouth isn't big enough.
That's what she said.
why is he wearing sunglasses? Like I feel like they should make his eyes kind of like squinted,
Yeah.
kind of like that, and singing. And then like I mean like cool, they got like the scarf going on the microphone, and like I guess the hair would be fine, but it's just like I don't know what it is. I'm just not a fan of this. Like I feel like the Joe Perry is better than the Steven Tyler.
Yeah, I feel like the Joe Perry looks more like Joe Perry than the Steven Tyler looks like Steven Tyler.
Rivers Cuomo's of Weezer. Now this is where I was gonna get about the 50s thing, how he looks like Buddy Holly.
From their music video for Buddy Holly, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have a song called Buddy Holly. I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
it's from that music video.
Okay, cool. I like the guitar of it. I hope they execute the stickers very well. Salt and Peppa, I feel they're okay. Papa Nil, this is very detailed. It's phenomenal looking pop. Lil Wayne, honestly, if you know me very well, I don't listen to like rap music, but this Lil Wayne, this is almost a spot on of Lil Wayne. I think the only thing that's missing is like his mouth open with like grills.
Yeah.
Then it would have been like nuts. It would have been on like the level of like Post Malone with like the amount of detail that there is on there. Willie Nelson, I like how there's like an old beaten guitar. Willie Nelson looks pretty good. Motorhead, as I stated in Wednesday's video, I like the older Lemmy better than this one because the older Lemmy's got a bass guitar with him. But this one's still cool. And I like the fact that this War Pig is metallic. I think this set is basically, I guess, a cop-up. Slayer's okay. Once again, like I said in Wednesday's video, I feel like Slayer is like that one-hit wonder heavy metal band where really the only song that people know of is Raining Blood. But I guess these pops look cool, especially Kerry King. Like, that looks like Kerry King. ZZ Top, I can't wait to see how these are executed, and I hope that the Funko app is true and that these are going to be flocked for Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill. And it will be the first ever flocked Pop Rocks pop, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I feel like I might have to cop these if they end up being flocked, which would be phenomenal. Shania Twain looks pretty cool. Eazy-E, it's a concept art, so I can't really state much, but I think it's okay. I haven't really heard much of Eazy-E music, so I can't really say if I'm like that big of a fan. I might have heard some Eazy, but I just won't know until like I hear it. Like, oh yeah, okay, I've heard that song. But
Cruising down the street in my 6'4". You've never seen Straight Outta Compton?
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now, last but not least, Slipknot. I love all these pops in some sort of way. Sid Wilson has his like creepy look. Craig Jones is a perfect pop to make for a Slipknot pop because you got the spice coming out like he's Pinhead. Corey Taylor, obviously. I kind of figured that if they were going to make a Slipknot set, it's going to be the current Corey Taylor with this look. this gives an opportunity for Funko to make more Corey Taylors because like
Mhm.
every album he comes up with a new mask, and I can't remember the title of the album, but if you've seen the Psychosocial music video and you remember that mask where it's like white and it's got like this huge like circle on the one eye, like that's my favorite Corey Taylor mask.
Okay, yeah.
And I think if they made an exclusive of that, I would for sure 100% cop out for that. But I think either way, I actually might buy a Corey Taylor pop.
I guess I'll start with Slipknot. These pops are pretty cool. I mean, of course, we only have the concept art here, but I think they're going to turn out very well. I'm interested in seeing how the eyes
Sid Wilson?
on Sid Wilson, yeah, how they end up turning out because they almost look like real eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so weird how there's like the eyelids kind of like we haven't seen pops like that before. It's super odd and it looks weird to me, but maybe it'll look really cool. Easy E. Now, here's the thing with this pop is that last month, was it? December, we got Ice Cube.
Yeah.
And now this month we get Easy E. Does that mean February we get Dr. Dre?
Could be.
I really hope so because I feel like it would be like an uncompleted set having Ice Cube and Easy E and not having Dr. Dre and not having the whole NWA, right?
Yeah.
So I can't wait for this Easy E pop. This is so cool. There's obviously only one attire you could ever think of making a pop for of Easy, and this is the one. The Shania Twain, definitely getting this pop. I showed it to my mom. She thinks it looks really cool. She said that's one of her older looks. The ZZ Top Pops are also very cool, and now that I know that the beards are flocked, amazing. Great job by Funko there. Slayer Pops, they look like who they are, but these are kind of like some of those pop rocks where I might end up passing up on these. Then the Motorhead Pops, they're alright. I mean, we've already seen Lil Lemmy, so do we need another one? Then Willie Nelson, I'll probably end up getting this pop. Hopefully it looks good, because of course it's just the concept art again. Then we have Lil Wayne. If you look at this pop, you can clearly tell it's Lil Wayne. But I'm not the hugest fan of it. Like, I kind of wish we could have got, like, a more current look Lil Wayne. This is, like, an older look, like Carter 1 or Carter 2 album cover. I can't remember. So I wish we would have got, like, a more current Lil Wayne. But, that being said, I love this pop. I'm going to get it. Papa Nil, I think it is. Or it's either Nil or Nile, obviously. I'm going to get this one just because I can put it next to the Papa Emeritus.
Emberidius, second?
Emberidius?
I think it's Emberidius.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it is. And I feel like they look good together, even though I like the first one that came out a lot better than this one. But this is cool. Then Salt and Pepper, they're alright. I'm not a huge fan of Salt and Pepper, but I definitely think that people who are fans of them will love these pops. They look alright. They look good. The Buddy Holly version of Rivers, and this is just so great. I can't wait to get this pop. I love the song Buddy Holly, and it's so cool to see that they did the pop like this. And then we got the Aerosmith pops now. I at least got one of my predictions right.
Yeah, true.
Which is funny because I was like taking a shot in the dark, right, with my predictions.
No pun intended to the 1984 Ozzy Osbourne song. No, I'm not going to insert me trying to lip sync Shot in the Dark again, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, these pops are alright. Maybe we'll see more Steven Tylers in the future. Maybe once we actually see the pops, they'll look better. And then James Brown, super cool pop, I think. Well-deserved pop.
This is going to be the end of this podcast. Thank you all for listening to this edition, a London Toy Fair edition of a Funko Popcast. Next week is going to be a jam-packed episode because it is going to be a special episode. Because next week's episode is actually going to be the 1-year anniversary edition of a Funko Popcast, plus the first top 10 list of 2020, and we're doing that for January.
Yep, okay.
And already I'm looking on Instagram, and there have been an abundance of icon pops that just got announced, in which, wow, I'm gonna save that for next week, though. We're gonna talk about that next week.
Cliffhanger. All right.
So, and one of them you're gonna be excited about because you actually predicted this and wanted this pop for an icons pop. So, so, anyways, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you smash that like button to let us know that you enjoyed this podcast. Comment in the comment section below on what your favorite London Toy Fair Funko Pop reveal is. Make sure you press that subscribe button for more content like this podcast and many pop hunts that we'll do. Actually, we'll say here right now, this upcoming Monday's video will be a new episode I can't believe we're doing another episode the second week in a row, but whatever. We're going to open up Fantastic Four Mystery Minis for the 4th edition of Mystery Mini Wars. That's going to be awesome. And make sure you press that little notification bell to be notified of when that future content, including the episode of Mystery Mini Wars coming out on Monday, gets released. But thank you all for listening, and see you guys next week. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here!
Peace in, peace out.